Hello again from More to Life Outfitters. Just going to give you a quick pointer on one-handed ferro rod in case you ever get injured. Dominant hand, non-dominant, whatever, and you're down to striking your ferro rod one-handed. I ask a lot of customers when they're using ferro rod, can you do it one-handed? And it baffles them. So if you're one of those that wonder about how to do one-handed ferro rod fire, I'll show you how to do it here. Take standard knife. If you've got an Eldris or a Light My Fire or a PKS or something like that, they're going to have 90-degree spines to where you can shave material and shave your ferro rod. So take your knife, stab it in into a log or whatever you can stab it into, as long as it's stable where it's not moving around a lot. You can then take some rich pine, lighter pine. If you don't have a tinder bundle, if you got a tinder bundle, you can strike into your tinder bundle. If you don't have a tinder bundle, you can take rich wood, lighter pine, light pine, whatever you want to call it this week. Everybody calls it something different from wherever they're at. And you'll just lightly scrape with that spine edge. If you don't have a spine edge knife that's sharp, then use your knife edge. I always try to save my knife edge as much as I can. So I'm just lightly scraping off till I get a teaspoon to a tablespoon or more, however much you need, of really fine material. Now, a lot of folks use their rich pine, lighter pine, and they'll take the knife edge and take off a large amount of it and then wonder why it doesn't strike. The finer the material is for your little bundle that you're making from the fat wood, the better it'll strike on one or two strikes. So, as you can see, I'm piling it up. And that way I can use this one piece of lighter pine, rich pine, fat wood, whatever we're calling it this week, for dozens and dozens and dozens of fire. This rod here I've probably done 200 fires with, believe it or not. So we're scraping it up like that. Now when you're done with that, since the knife has a 90-degree spine, you can take your ferro rod, give it a good strike, and there we go, folks. You got fire just like that. Now that's enough to where you can start stacking your other tinder around it. Another thing with fat wood, rich pine, if you've done it the method I use here, if you'll compress it, it'll act like a coal and it'll burn slower. That's a handy way to learn how to do one-handed fire, and that's a handy tool to know. Never know when one of your hands are going to be down. Hope this helps. Come check us out, More Life Outfitters. We've got a ton of knives, a ton with 90-degree spine, Swedish knives, open L knives, PKS knives, locally made knives, all kinds of knives. Got ferro rods, every kind you could think of. This particular one here is a 6-inch ferro rod. I call this a legacy rod. You'll be using this for a long time, probably even pass it down. Got these in store. They're pretty cool. Come with a lanyard. You can put some ranger beads on there or whatever. Even come with a striker if you want to use that. Hope this helps. We'll see you soon here at More Life Outfitters.